Well met. Thank you. Oh, the bird. You're talking the bird. Welcome, lords and ladies, to His Majesty's Royal Birds of Prey and Falconry demonstration. I am Sir Robert Chesman. I am His Majesty's Royal Falconer. I will be your host for this presentation. And I am here representing an organization we call Wildlife Revealed. We are a non-profit organization that travels throughout the land with all of our birds, and we present them not only for your entertainment, but most importantly, for your education. So I hope everyone has a chance to learn something here today. Before we get started, I do have several things I must ask of everyone. Now, first of all, with the exception of the bird I'm holding here, the rest of our birds will be in free flight, meaning no strings attached. So occasionally they may take low flights over the audience and amongst us all. So we simply ask, at no time should you reach up to pet the pretty birdies. That's right, they are indeed meat eaters. These are finger foods. The second item, I do like to point out that we have several perches around the back of the audience in addition to one on our stage. Please be advised, our birds will frequent these locations, and oftentimes their location can be quite unpredictable. So we suggest that you keep your eye on the birdie. And that way, everyone will know the appropriate moments to duck. And the last and most important request is if we have food items, most specifically, turkey legs. I would ask that you please place turkey legs out of sight during the program, for we have one bird in particular that has learned to identify the wrappers that turkey legs come served in. So I would hate to see you pay for such an item to have it taken by a bird. But now that I have said this, are you ready to meet the birds? Yeah! Excellent. I do have several incredible creatures for you, and the first sits right here upon my hand. I always like to ask though, do any of you know what this bird might be? Kookaburra, that is correct. It is known as an Australian laughing kookaburra. And her name is Sheila. That's right. That's funny, you kids have no clue why. As a kookaburra, this is the largest of the kingfisher species. However, kookaburras are very different from most kingfishers for a few reasons. Now, kingfishers, they're actually famous for diving underneath the surface of the water to grab fish. Well, kookaburras, they will occasionally eat fish, but most of Australia is in fact desert. They've learned to adapt to different habitats by eating things like mice, snakes, lizards, large insects, anything at all they can grab with their beak and swallow down whole. However, it is not their eating habits that make them famous, it's their silly laughing call. So my idea is to see if we can get her to laugh and gain the attention of anyone in the area. Maybe they'll join us for the program. And also, kookaburras love noise and excitement, so if I can convince her to laugh, you can help encourage her through laughter, cheers, applause, or doing your own kookaburra impression. So, should we give this a try? All right. You ready, girl? Here we go. We'll give her a hand. She laughed. We were actually very fortunate, not because she started laughing, but because she stopped. Usually on a beautiful day like this, we'll get her excited. She might laugh through half of the program. As you can imagine, my neighbors love me. And ever since the start of sound in television, movies, or even on the radio, people have recorded the sounds of kookaburras to reproduce jungle noises, even though kookaburras are found nowhere near the jungle. It's true. Oh, and by the way, kids, that sound is great to practice on the car ride home. And, you know, I believe I can make this more exciting. What do you say? Shall we fly some birds? I believe so. Tell you what, Master Gareth, will you hop her back in for me? I do have several birds to fly for you, and the first hail from the southwestern deserts of the New World. They are known as Harris hawks. Harris hawks are very unique among raptors for an important reason. They are social out in the wild. That means they live in family groups called castes. They'll even hunt as a team, several getting on the ground to flush prey in the open, while others might wait high above to ambush that prey. It is a very intelligent adaptation for the desert, where food might be scarce. And what this means for the audience, however, is that I am able to fly more than one hawk at the very same time. So I am excited to introduce to you our first hawk. His name is Jinx. All right, Jinx, right out here. Right here, Jinx. You can welcome Jinx to the stage. Why don't you head to the back? To the back, Jinx. Because I do have a second hawk. Oh, thank you, Gareth. I'm having technical difficulties. Thank you, Gareth. Good job. How about thank you for Gareth? That's who's backstage making the doors happen.
Well done, Gareth.
I do have another bird for you. And tell you what, send Jinx over to Star for me, Tristan. And I would like everyone to meet Tango. All right, Tango, right up here, buddy. You can welcome Tango as well. Now, both of these hawks are indeed typical raptors. And what that, oh, Jinx is going to steal your food. Oh, you missed it. Now, you see, they are typical raptors. What this means is that they have physical features that make them very different from other predatory birds. Now, you see something else to the back. Not down. What are you doing? It's not noble on the ground like a chicken. Get back up here. Right up here. Right up here. All right. Now, you see, raptors have features that make them different from other predatory birds. You see something like the kookaburra. Fly to Tristan. There we are. The no. Boomerang. Now, you see, really? Oh, this is not going how I envisioned it. Now, see, that's right. Raptors have features that make them different from the other predatory birds. So you see, something like the kookaburra uses its beak to catch its prey. Raptors, however, use their feet. On the end of their toes are claws, fly to the back, are claws called talons. Those are their weapons. They will use their feet to grab on and hold on to exceptionally large prey. And even though, one at a time, even though each of these birds only weighs about 1.5 pounds, they could capture something as large as an 8 or 9 pound jackrabbit for dinner. Now, that is impressive considering their size. Yet, if they caught something that large, it would be far too heavy to fly away with, and certainly too big to swallow whole, to fly away with. Never mind. And so, they have to be able to rip their food into smaller portions. You may have noticed that their beak is different, sort of hooked and curved downwards. You might even say designed for ripping and tearing. So their beak allows them to eat quickly and consume mass amounts of food in a short amount of time. And the most, fly to the back. To the back. He's going to steal your treat. Look. Take it. Well, you lost it again. All right, jump right here. Now you see, their most impressive trait is probably their eyesight. Is that, okay, go to that perch. We all know where you're going anyway. Their eyesight is impressive. They can see as much as 4 to 8 times better than humans. That means they could spot their prey from about a mile away, even tell what color it was. For raptors do see in color. We believe a wider range of color than you and I see in, including infrared and ultraviolet light is what now he goes. Just a suggestion for those of you under the tree, I wouldn't look up and say, wow. SeaWorld has their splash zone, we have our own. Tango, right here, buddy. Now we see, show off. Raptors use all these traits to do one thing incredibly well, and that is hunt. And in the wild, they may hunt for prey as large as jackrabbits to creatures as small as mice and lizards. However, being found in the desert, it is not uncommon for them to catch things such as rattlesnakes. That is impressive prey, for you may only make a mistake once. But because they are so good at hunting, falconers for more than 5,000 years have employed the services of raptors, such as hawks, falcons, and eagles to do exactly that, to hunt. And the most incredible part is that very little has changed in the art or sport in a 5,000-year time period. We still use the same training techniques of positive reinforcement, or the act of giving the bird a food reward when it does a behavior we desire. But also, we use the same equipment, such as the leather glove that protects our hands from its powerful feet and sharp talons. And sometimes you may notice our birds wearing leather straps upon their ankles. They are known as jesses. They work sort of like a leash and collar on a dog, allows us to gain control of our birds should we need to. So, all right, right back down here, Tango. Up. And Jinx, back up here. Up. Back up the stage. So let me ask, what do you say for these two? Have they done well? Now the important part, seeing if they will go home, but one at a time. And so, tell you what, Jinx, why don't you head to the back perch? All right, Tango, get back up here. Back up here. And wish to see if he will glide from his back perch into his door. So, Jinx, go home. All the way. Everyone, James, good job. see if this will work for Tango. Now, Tango has been performing here at Sherwood every single year that Sherwood's been open. He knows how this process works. However, sometimes he can be lazy. So, Tango, to the back. To the back, Tango. Highly trained bird right there, everyone. To the back. Tango, right here. All right. Tango, to the back, perch. All right. Now let's see if this works. All right.
Come on, Tango.
Tango, eat your treat. Go home, Tango. Up, go home. All the way. No! So close right here. All right. Everyone, Tango.
Tango, you're my favorite.
You know, they started that a few weeks ago. He didn't want to go in and land on the roof. I made the mistake of giving him a treat on my glove and then hopping him in the door. Now, almost every time, he pulls right up onto the roof to get the extra treat. Smart bird. All right, well, the next bird I would like you to meet is different from the first three because both of the hawks and the kookaburra are day-active type of predators. We use the term diurnal to describe them. We do have a set of raptors that are famous for coming out at night. We use nocturnal in this case. So, who comes out at night?
Owls.
Who?
Owls.
Who? Owls, that's right. I took that one out of my dad's joke book. That's right. I do have an owl for you. This is one of the largest species of owls on the planet. It is known as a Eurasian eagle owl. And our eagle owl's name is Romeo. Right, Romeo, right here. You can welcome Romeo as well.
Beautiful bird I've seen in my life, dude.
Romeo, being an owl, he has traits that make him different from the day-active predators. Of course, these are adaptations that let him hunt at night. For starters, look at those gigantic orange eyes. His eyes are about the same size as yours and mine. Yet, he can dilate them much more than humans can dilate ours. In fact, we believe they can see as much as 100 times better than we can at night. We've seen owls like this hunting for prey as small as a mouse from a football field away using only starlight. When the birds fly over the audience, it looks like the audience does the inverse wave. Oh, I should warn you, if you duck, he'll only fly lower. So, you see, this bird can spot something like a mouse from maybe a football field away using only starlight to see by. Yet, if they cannot see their prey, they can still find it with their incredible hearing. You may have noticed that an owl face is large and flat on the front. It's different from the hawk. There's a dark outline around the edge, and it is known as a facial disc. You see, all those feathers help to funnel sound into huge ear openings on the side of his head. His hearing is so powerful, he can find that very same mouse under 2 feet of grass or snow and capture it without ever seeing it. They also have another trait, though, the ability to sneak up on their prey. So listen as he flaps his wings. See what you hear. To the back. Nothing, that's right. Owls are capable of almost perfectly silent flight. That is because the edge of their feathers are very soft. So when they flap their wings, Romeo, when you flap your wings, weep, flap your wings. Romeo, Romeo, look, weep, when you flap your wings. When he sits there quietly, really. Did he hear you get that picture? You might have a video of the last thing a mouse sees before it dies. When he flaps his wings, there are no loud flapping noises. Or when feathers rub together, there are no rubbing or friction sounds. You may have heard things like maybe pigeons or doves take off. You see, doves, all that squeaking sound is from their feathers rubbing together. A dove cannot sneak up on much. But owls are able to sneak up on a wide variety of prey. But even more importantly, they are able to listen to their food as they're actively flying and hunting for it. So let me ask, what do you think of Romeo? Isn't he impressive? I believe so. You're standing on it. No, you're standing on it. Here, I'll give you another. Right here. Hey, under your toe. Right there. Under. All right, there we go. Now it is time to send Romeo home. And I wish to see if he will fly from his back perch all the way back into his release door. So, all right, Romeo, to the back, buddy. Sound like you said nah to anyone else? Romeo, to the back. Hey, that way. Fly. Okay, there we are. Now, let's see if he'll glide from there all the way back into his door. And this bird has about a 4-foot wingspan. I'm asking him to fly into an opening that's about 18 inches wide. So sometimes it takes a bit of extra coaxing. All right, Romeo, here we go, buddy. Romeo, go home. Really? Fine. All right, Romeo, look. Would you do it for 2 Mises pieces? There. Romeo, look. 1, 2. 2 Mises pieces. 3. Who are you, his agent? Romeo, look. 1, 2. You ate that piece. Are you holding on to it? Oh, he was holding it in his foot. All right, look, Romeo. Okay, we ate it. Take your time. Nobody wants to see you chew on your toes. All right, Romeo, look. 1, 2. Uno, dos. How about, well, he's a Eurasian eagle owl. How about German? Ein, zwei. French. Un, dos. Ichi, ni. That's Japanese. Do what? What? Do it in Texan? What does that even mean? Fine. Go home, Romeo! Everyone, Romeo! There we go! Whatever works. Now, the next bird I would like you to meet is different yet again. You see, so far you've met actual predators, and all the birds so far catch and kill their own food. Now, our next guest is different because she is a scavenger. Likes to find animals that are already dead. Any guesses? Big vulture. I have a vulture for you. And this is the bird that is so famous for sometimes running up and down the aisles looking for leftover turkey legs. So if you have food items, just hide them from sight. And fair warning, at one of our programs last year, she took an entire bag of kettle corn from a little girl on the front row. So you may want to hide kettle corn. And as a matter of fact, at the previous show, she found some leftover turkey somewhere here in the center, so don't be surprised if she goes back to check. But now that I have said this, I would like everyone to meet our vulture, Ziggy! Come on out here, Ziggy! There really is a vulture in there. Hey, Ziggy, where are you? What are you doing? Get up here. Come on, it's time to go. Right here, Ziggy. Right here. It's your big opening. Look, here. Do it in Texan. Ziggy, look, let's go. All of it. Jump back to the ground. Come on, Ziggy, let's go. All this for you. Come on. Let's go, Ziggy. Highly trained bird as well. We have exactly the opposite problem. She's sitting down here in the shade. So come on, everyone else is melting. You can too. Come on, Ziggy, right up here. On your perch. Big entrance. There really is a vulture in there, I promise. Look, Ziggy. All right, now come on up here. Right up here, Ziggy. You don't want to jump through the door? Right up here. I have an idea. Let's see if this works. For some reason, she doesn't like that door, and so keep that door still for me, Gareth. Hey, Ziggy, right here. All right, we're gonna do it this way. All right, out the front door. Keep going. Oops, I dropped some food. Keep going, Ziggy. Keep going. You're getting warmer. 30-minute demonstration. Get a move on, birds. Get on your perch. Get on the perch. We're not cleaning up the leftovers. Get on your perch. Everyone, Ziggy! Take off. This is going to be a long day, isn't it? Ziggy, she kept jumping down. She was sitting in the shade and didn't even want to get in the sun when we opened the door. Can't say I blame her now. Ziggy here is a black vulture. You notice the black body, the bald black head, and sort of white fingertips on the end of her wings. And it is indeed the job of a vulture, though, to go into our environment, to find dead animals and eat them. I know that doesn't sound pleasant, but vultures are built for this task. They have features that let them stay clean and healthy, like a bald head. Serves an important purpose, because vultures might... Hey, what are you doing? Ziggy? She's already scavenging. Ziggy, there we go. Back up here, Ziggy. And the bald head serves an important purpose, because vultures might stick their entire... Just look alive, everyone, we'll be fine. Look alive, I don't know what that means. Ziggy, keep going, all the way. Really? Ziggy, no, up here, Ziggy! Why does the audience enjoy it so much when the birds give me a hard time? Right here, Ziggy. The bald head, though, lets leftovers dry up and flake off, and the sun can kill bacteria growing there. Vultures also have an amazing immune system, able to ingest as much as 100 times the salmonella and botulism, or food poisoning that is, that could potentially kill the average adult human. Back up here, Ziggy, look. And vultures are immune to most diseases that mammals might carry. Things like the hantavirus that mice and rats spread, hog cholera that is transmitted by feral pigs, but also even rabies. All those dangerous for humans. And so if they eat an animal that died of that disease, it helps stop the spread of disease from getting to other mammals. A few other traits though. You may notice she makes a lot of noise when she flaps her wings. Ziggy, no, really? Just keep going, Ziggy, all the way out. By the way, somewhere in there is where she found the turkey. That's why she's going back to check. And when vultures flap their wings though, they do make a lot of noise. Their feathers are built for soaring. Ziggy, they're built for soaring. And then, uh-oh, did you find something, Tristan? Keep herding her all the way to the aisle. Keep going. Really? Did she actually find something? She's probably running off with someone's turkey leg again. Tristan, that's all right. You can just hop her to your glove or walk her back to the aisle. There we go. Back to the aisle. There we go. Duck or vulture. That's really... I don't know what I'm supposed to shout at that moment. You're applauding her bad behavior. You know that, right? Vultures, their beaks are also different. Do you notice how she sticks her beak inside my hand to get to the treats? It's not too terribly sharp or dangerous. It's better for reaching inside the dead animal. And her feet are different. Claws are dull, and her feet... Ziggy, back up here. Ziggy, back up here. Look. Her feet are very weak. Back up here. No, I see you scoping the audience. Ziggy, look, right here. Her feet are rather weak, and she can't even grip to pick up much of anything at all. And we assume that vultures, they don't need strength in their feet because their food doesn't run away from them very often. So people tend to look at a vulture, and they think with the walking feet and the weak beak that they cannot defend themselves. It's not really true. For if you corner a vulture and it cannot run away or fly away, will not attack you, not even try to bite you. In order to frighten you away, they would vomit on you. That's right. Can you imagine what a vulture eats coming back this second time around? Not a pleasant thought. However, if it were not for scavengers like vultures, disease and bacteria would be spread easily. So in that case, what do you think of Ziggy? Isn't she fun? Now the difficult part, getting Ziggy to go home. The funny thing is she didn't want to come out a minute ago, but anytime she finds leftovers in the audience, it's very difficult to get her to fly back into her door. So Ziggy, back up here. No, Ziggy, just herd her all the way to Star, Tristan. Oh, that works too. You ever see a little boy take his vulture for a walk? That's right. All right, Ziggy, you need to fly to Star's perch. So, to the back. All right, let me move this out of the way. Duck. There you go. All right, we'll let her eat that treat. And Ziggy, go home, Ziggy. Turn around. Ziggy, look, go home. All this for you. I see you scoping the audience. Look, Ziggy, right here. Let's go. Ziggy. Ziggy, that's right. Ziggy, go home. Look, all this for you. There's even a turkey leg. There's a chocolate dip cheesecake. You want one that big?
Look what you did. That big? You wanted that big, Ziggy?
What she's doing is sunning. She's actually just basking in the sun. Shows you how worried about performing she is. Either that or she's saying, that dead deer was this big. All right, this means we'll go with the backup plan. All right, Ziggy. Tell you what, girl. Look, I got treats right here. We'll go with the backup plan. All right, Ziggy, look. Treats right here. Here you go, girl. Come on, Ziggy. Right here. Ziggy. Right here, Ziggy. All right, backup plan works like this. We're flying. We're flying. We're flying. All the way, we're flying. Ziggy, go home. Wait for it. All the way inside. Don't do it. Not enough treats inside, huh? Here, right here. All right, Ziggy. Look, I can't make it any easier. All the way. Right up here, one more time. Jump on the door. Jump on the door. Ziggy. Wait, hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Look, right here. Oh, I dropped a piece. Right here, Ziggy. All right, Ziggy. All the way. Go. No. Vulture wings don't taste any better than they look. Tristan, tell you what, supersize it. You know what to do. We're gonna pull out the big guns. Hey, no, don't go that way. Ziggy, what are you doing? Look, drop some food. All right, back over here. She is not worried about it today. So what we're going to do is actually supersize it. Come on, Ziggy. All right, Tristan, bring me the treat. Show her. Look, Ziggy. All the way. All the way. All the way. Jump her to your hand, Tristan. Let her see it. Double it. My goodness, you guys drive a hard bargain. No. Right here, Ziggy. We're trying to make it a positive environment for her. So, here, you know what? Go home. Give it a tiring for me. Ta-da! Everyone's We want to make it a positive, or use positive reinforcement, make it her choice to jump in, make the deal better, but sometimes all you parents understand, sometimes you just had enough, right? That's right. But it's funny, sometimes she's willing to work, other times, just like us, she's not interested in performing. So let's see here. I do have another bird I can bring, or fly. What do you say? Should we fly another bird? The way my day's going, I can't promise anything. All I know is there better be 20s in that donation box. I do have another bird I can fly. Well, then let me ask this question. Do any of you know what the fastest animal on the planet is? The cheetah. It's a bird show. The road runner. You watch too many cartoons. I heard the answer I was looking for, though. The peregrine falcon. Peregrine falcons have been clocked in dives in excess of 244 miles an hour, making the fastest animal on the planet. You were in luck. I have a falcon to fly for you. This is not a peregrine, but it is a very special little bird. It is known as an oplomado falcon, and our oplomado falcon's name is Vegas. Will you welcome Vegas to the stage for me? Do not be fooled by her size. This is an impressive little bird. I hope to demonstrate that here in just a moment. The way I hope to do this is by what we call lure flying. Lure flying is basically a game of keep away that the falcon always eventually wins. Up here in my hand, a lure. It's a fake leather bird. It has a food reward attached to it. Vegas has been trained to attack this lure like she would attack prey in the wild. Now, historically speaking, this is how a falconer might exercise his bird, keep it healthy and ready for the hunt. Yet, in our case, it allows me to show off some of their speed, agility, and skill. However, flying a falcon on this stage has proven tricky for a few reasons. First of all, there are numerous trees and even the building that she has to maneuver around at very high rates of speed. And also today it's been rather breezy, and little birds have to work harder to fly in the wind. That is, until she figures out the direction of the wind, she'll actually use it to her advantage. Also, it is spring, and there are numerous migrating birds. And the reason I tell you this is because at one of our presentations on this very stage last year, she took off chasing a pair of doves. So this show might get exciting real quick. Some of you are bloodthirsty, aren't you? I'm willing to give her a shot. What do you think? Should we let her fly? It's always easy for the audience to say yes. She takes off. You're not the ones that have to play hide and go falcon. So we'll give this a try now. As long as she figures out this wind, it works. It'll work to her advantage, because what she will do is try to put the wind behind her so she can dive at those faster rates. But also, she will turn abruptly into it and allows her to climb very quickly. I've learned if I put her on this perch as well, that I fly her across the stage in this direction. There's more open air. So let's see if this works. All right. Hup, hup. Let's go, Vegas. Hup, hup. Ha! Vegas. Fastest animal on the planet right there, folks. Come on, Vegas. Hup, hup. Ha, ha. All right. Now, for starters, hope everyone enjoyed the falcon. Oh, there she is. All right. For starters, I want you to notice that a pit stop, really? Come on, Vegas. Hup, hup, hup. Let's go. Hup, ha. Now, falcons, they have different wings. You see, her wings are narrow, pointed, and sort of swept back. The swept back pointed wings have less drag or less air friction. So the falcon does not slow down nearly as much when she dives. They have a very long tail, and they will use that tail as a rudder to steer and maneuver. The longer tail means more surface area. So this way, she can make precise turns at very high rates of speed. And if you've ever wondered why a falcon has to be fast, it's because they catch and eat other birds. And it's the hunting style for them to get maybe 1,000 feet in the air. They fly in large circles. They'll wait for that prey to fly underneath. And when they spot it, they tuck those wings and dive bomb. They'll impact that prey in midair, almost, and usually kill it, not at least stun it, and knock it to the ground. And if you'll notice, she keeps trying to turn abruptly back into the wind, and that allows her to climb like that very rapidly. She'll turn sharp and put the wind to her back and gain extra speed each time. In Vegas, we have to do this until everyone applauds. That's your cue, Alligators. One more good pass, girl. Oh, she caught it! I have to admit, I was not intending for her to catch it at that moment, but she was actually coming a little quicker than I anticipated. And now, at the moment, she is down on her lure. Some of you might be able to see how she has her wings spread and her tail fan. It's called mantling. She's actually trying to hide her prey from all the rest of you. Now, I do need to retrieve the lure to put her away. If we were hunting, I would want to retrieve the prey for myself. And I need to do that before she eats too much of it, gets full, doesn't want to fly anymore, or simply destroys the food. But if I reach down there and take it from her, she will see me as a thief. I'll lose that trust relationship that's important to have with all of our birds. So instead, what I wish to do is trade her, right here, girl, trade her a piece of food, right here. Hey, that leather bird's dead. It's been dead for some time. Right here, look, trade her a piece of food for, what are you doing? Hiding it underneath my feet. All right, let's try this again. You're making it may be funny from your point of view. You're not the person with the predatory bird underneath her kilt. So there we go. Give her a hand. Yeah. Good job, girl. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Wildlife Revealed. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are dedicated to the education and the preservation of our planet's wildlife. If you enjoy our message and enjoy our birds, would like to help us help the environment, we have donation boxes on the perches, donation baskets with myself and the apprentices, and even a donation box on the side of the Royal Mews, because after the program, you will be welcome to walk through our building here and see many of our other birds on display. And all the money we raise goes to help support our animals and our educational efforts. And well, better obedience training for the Vulture. And it only takes $5 to feed one of these birds for a week. The most important question I have, though, have you enjoyed seeing these birds here today? Thank you for being a wonderful audience, everyone. Enjoy your stay. The World Muse will be open in a moment, and I'll have the Falcon here on stage if you'd like to take a closer look, ask questions, or take photos. We also have digital donations should you want to scan those on any of our baskets. And we have one more program yet today at 5 o'clock if you did not see all the birds fly. And also, if you're here for the hawk walk, just hang out for a few minutes. As soon as the crowd dissipates, we'll get started with that. And you can find us on the web at wildliferevealed.org or simply Sky Kings if anyone's on Facebook.